we're on Chapter 2, Lesson 3, Percents and Decimals. Please turn with me to page 109. We have another guest lecturer today. Rachel, take it away.
Okay, so a recent survey tells the favorite subject of students at Martin Middle School. Write a fraction with a denominator of 100 to represent the percent for each subject. So math would be 28 over 100, science would be 21 over 100, art would be 16 over 100, social studies would be 15 over 100, English would be 13 over 100, and other would be 7 over 100. Exercise 2, write each fraction from exercise 1 as a decimal. Math would be 0.28, science would be 0.21, art would be 0.16, social studies would be 0.15, English would be 0.13, and other would be 0.07. Exercise 3. Look back at exercise 2. Compare the decimal to the percent. Explain how to write a percent as a decimal. So, 2 bunny hops to the left. So write 2 bunny hops to the left.
Well done, Rachel. Thank you so much for coming in and helping us. Now turn the... So as Rachel said, to write a percent as a decimal, we're dividing by 100 and moving the percent sign. So basically what we're doing is we're moving the decimal 2 places to the left. So let's write that down. Percent to decimal to left. Oh, I'm going to rechange this. I'm going to rewrite this because I know a better way to write this, okay? So stick with me, guys. Decimal to percent to right. Notice the arrow. Percent to decimal to the left. And the arrow goes from percent to decimal to the left. That makes sense. All right, so let's look at these examples. So notice on the front where we started out with a percent and then we wrote it as a fraction and then we wrote it as a decimal. So all percents can be written over 100, which then can be read as a decimal. So we have 56%. Write 56 over 100, then read it. 56 hundredths. And then write it. 0.56 or 56 hundredths. Again, 2 bunny hops to the left will accomplish the same thing. 1, 2, put your decimal, get rid of the percent sign. 8%. Now this is where people get confused. You have to put it over 100. So it's 8 100ths. 8 100ths. That means you have to ensure that you do 2. So again, it's easier if you write 0.8%, 2 bunny hops to the left, cross out your percent, rewrite it 0.08. 2%. Now you think, is it going to be the same as 8%? You got it. 0.02 is the decimal equivalent to 2%. Get it, got it, go. Pause the video. Do your answers match mine? A is 0.32, B is 0.06, and C is 0.93. And again, we read them 32 hundredths, 6 hundredths, and 93 hundredths. Let's move on. So now we're writing decimals as percents. And again, if you remember, last time we moved to the left, so this time we're going to move to the right. So decimal to percent, 2 to the right. So again, when you're doing this, think about what place value it is, and then once it's over 100, it's the percent. let's do the exercises. So in example number 4, we want to write 0.38 as a percent. That's 38 hundredths, so we write it over 100. Once it's over 100, we know it's a percent. In other words, whatever you have over 100, remember, percents are always based on 100. Remember I told you this last time. That's something very important to remember. So again, once it's over 100, you know it's a percent. So, method 1 is through the fraction. Method 2 is 2 bunny hops to the right. Now let's write 0.2 as a percent. And again, be very careful. That's 2 tenths. Now, to get it into a percent, it needs to be over 100, so we're going to multiply by 10. That makes 20 over 100, which is 20%. And again, 0.2, 2 bunny hops, 1, 2. There's not a 0. I need to put a 0. I rewrite it 20%. It's very important that you rewrite it, because if you don't, then oftentimes you forget to erase the decimal that's in the front. Okay, gotta go. You guessed it, pause the video. So I got 47%, 73%, and 50%. Look at F very closely. It was 0.5, 0.50, because we know adding zeros are not going to affect the number. And we do 2 bunny hops to the right, and we get 50%. Turn the page. Can you believe we're almost done with this lesson? This lesson is so easy. So the United States produces more corn than any other country, producing 0.4 or 4/10 of the total corn crops, right? 0.4 or 4/10 as a percent. So 0.4 is the same as saying 4/10. We need to get it over 100. We're going to multiply by 10. That makes 40. And then we take it out of the fraction form and write it as a percent. 40%. Do the guided practice. Come back and check your answers. See you soon. Pause the video. So did you get what I got from going from a percent to a decimal? Again, it's 2 to the left. So we got 0.27, 0.15, and 0.04 to go from a decimal to a percent. It's 2 to the right. And we have 30%, 82%, and 51%. Oh, let's get rid of that little guy there. So now, about 0.7 of the human body is water. What is that as a percent? 2 bunny hops to the right, and we get 70%. Did you know that your body is mostly water? And then again, the essential question. What is a relationship? The relationship is always about 100. You're either multiplying or dividing by 100. So 100 is the key number to keep in mind. Thanks for listening.